Gentlemen, Antonio here. All right, today I'm going to be answering the question, should I get an MBA? I get this question quite a bit, twice in the last week, over the last year about 40 times. People ask me this question because I went to the University of Texas. I got a great education. I met a lot of amazing people. Overall, my experience was positive. But my answer to this question may surprise you because I think that for most people, an MBA is a waste of time. Why do I think this? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 alternatives to getting an MBA. I'm also going to talk quickly about who an MBA is probably right for, who it is not right for, and I just want to help you make the right decision. I think that the landscape has really shifted, and guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think getting, higher education, you think it's overrated, or do you think you still need degrees? I've got 4 kids, so this is always something I'm thinking about, and I'd like to believe that this information could help somebody save a lot of money. So who is an MBA right for? Well, if you are from the corporate world, you're going to stay in the corporate world. You want to be an investment banker, you're going to stay in consulting, then an MBA may be right for you because it's going to help you make a jump, maybe double to triple your salary in just a few years. So in that case, perhaps. Or if you were like me, I had mine paid for by the state of Texas using the Hazelwood Act. I went to UT for free. So in that case, it was pretty much, I gave up the time, but I got my education paid for. Let's say you have no network. You have never taken a business course in your life. Then an MBA program may be great. So all of a sudden, you're going to meet a wide range of people. If you need introductions to great companies that are looking to hire basically entry-level MBA positions, this may be a great choice. But for most people, the big reason that you want to avoid going down the MBA path is the cost. And 2 things about that cost. 1, the money. So an MBA program is not free. You're talking about $100,000 for 2 years to go to a top program. Maybe $70,000, $50,000 if you're going to a lower end program, maybe $20,000 to $40,000 if you're getting it online. Still, gentlemen, that is a lot of money. In addition, there's part 2 of that cost, the opportunity cost. You're out of the workforce for sometimes up to 2 years. So if you're making 50 grand, making 36, even if you're making $24,000 a year, guys, that costs you 48 grand. That is the big reason I think it is wrong for most people. In addition, a lot of the information being taught in these programs is very theoretical. I try to be very selective about who I chose to learn from, what classes I took, but about 75% of the information was being taught by professors that really had never really built a business, had not been in the business world. It was very theoretical. Another thing, and I know I talked about money, but if you take on a lot of student loan debt, gentlemen, it's going to hurt your choices whenever you get out. I had one good friend that he really was limited by what he could decide because he had $1,000 a month student loan debt that he had to pay within months of graduating. And so, he had to look at getting a job that paid a certain amount. He couldn't go off where he felt he couldn't go start his own company. All right, gentlemen, I talked about the good, talked about the bad. Now let me give you 5 alternatives to getting an MBA. Number 1, spend 30 minutes a day investing in yourself. Gentlemen, that is something that I know most people don't do it. And if you did that, you could be reading great books. Chet Holmes, you want to learn about sales? Grab The Ultimate Sales Machine. You want to learn about success? Napoleon Hill. He wrote about this 100 years ago, and the information is relevant, and it's right there. You want to learn how to negotiate? The Heart and Mind of the Negotiator by Leah Thompson, a great resource. Influence, Robert Cialdini. You want to get this book. Gentlemen, there is just so much information out there that is freely available in libraries. You can go on Amazon, you can purchase these books and own them, what I recommend. The point is so much free information, podcasts, Mixergy.com, Entrepreneur on Fire, Smart Passive Income. Check out all of these great resources where you can listen as you are commuting to and from work and literally improving your education as you're doing this. 30 minutes a day. Now, the problem with this one is it's one direction. You are receiving information. You're not able to interact with others. So that's why I go to point number 2, which is looking at online education that is ultra specific. So I'm not talking about getting an online MBA. What I'm talking about is understanding what skill sets you need and then studying that online. So Podcaster's Paradise, my friend John runs it. It's a great resource if you want to become a podcaster. And I've gone through the program. My wife has gone through the program. I have many friends that have gone through that program. It works. If you want to start a business, Ramit Sethi, he's got his zero to launch. What I love about his training is he focuses on really how to start a business. Figure out what are people going to pay for. I linked over to Ramit. He's got a great resource right here. 28 things that people will pay for. Point is, find the education you need that is ultra specific and go out there and grab it. All the resources I just mentioned, they are not free. The point is, they're going to be a lot less though than that $100,000 that you're going to spend on that MBA education. Alternative number 3. Hire a coach or find a mentor. You can do both, you can do either, and they are very different things. I really like the idea of it's someone investing in a coach. You look at the top athletes in the world. What do they have? They have coaches. And those coaches simply are there to keep them on track, to keep them motivated. They bring structure. They bring a system to the way that they're looking at things, and they make time for them. So that's the thing about a good coach, is that you will probably have to hire that person. Again, going to be a lot less than the MBA, but if you know where you're going, if you're ultra specific about, hey, this is my goal and where I want to be in 6 months, hiring a coach can be one of the best decisions you'll ever make. Now, mentors are different. Usually they're not going to be paid, although they can be, but a mentor is someone who's at a position where you want to be, and the hard part about this is making sure you find a mentor who has time and who can bring a bit of structure to it. But if done correctly, you can find some amazing mentorships of someone that can maybe take you to the next level, and they can, it's basically like having a shepherd, a guide, someone that has walked the path and they can show you how to get there. Alternative number 4, and this one's going to be a bit extreme, join the Marine Corps or join the Peace Corps or become a volunteer with the Salvation Army. The point I'm making here is to join an organization which has a history of actually working with the people that are in there and providing, in a sense, great training. It's funny, when I went and got my business degree, they had a class on leadership, and it was a good class. But I can tell you, you didn't come out of that class, in my opinion, being a better leader. You maybe had the tool set for it, but leadership is developed. I think real managerial skills are developed when you actually take what you've learned and you actually are forced to apply it. One of the things I learned in the Marine Corps, leaders lead from the front, and you always lead by example. Something that I think a lot of business leaders could learn from. But if you can find an organization which has great internal training, and I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments if you have any other ideas of organizations that are like this, but if you can find an organization like that, it is probably going to be a great alternative to getting an MBA. Alternative number 5, start a business. Guys, I love entrepreneurship, but I think there is nothing else that will prepare you for business and for all aspects of it than actually running and starting your own business. You don't have to go full-time. You can start it on the side. Going down that path is going to expose you to accounting, to marketing, to sales, to PR, to management and structure, to strategy, to the tactics of running a company. And it's gonna be tough, and most likely you're gonna fail initially, and you're gonna keep failing, but eventually you're gonna get a hit. You're gonna have something. It's like, wow, this really worked. I remember making my first sale. I mean, it was amazing. It took me like 5 months, but we figured out how to do it. And that there is nothing like learning from experience. Hopefully you can take these alternatives, you can apply them, maybe you can save some money. I do think an MBA is right for certain people, but for most people, it's probably not going to be the best decision. Guys, again, let me know in the comments. I'm going to support this with an article. I'm also going to link you over to my resources pages at Real Men Real Style. It's probably, I think, one of my best pages at Real Men Real Style, but one of the most underused, because if you're looking to start a business, if you're looking to, in a sense, get going with an idea you have, or you're considering an MBA, you definitely want to check out that page. Gentlemen, that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.